to our drama presentation for the Literature Festival today. Raise your hand if you have read the story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Quite a few of us. A lot of us, I think, even in preparation for today. Well, today, you're going to get to see a dramatic presentation of the story of The Hound of the Baskervilles. The unraveling of that mystery that Sherlock Holmes and Watson and Sir Henry Baskerville and everyone else involved in this complicated case. So, as you're watching, so if you have not had a chance to sit in a theater before and watch a play, let's make sure that we're respectful of what's happening on the stage so that everyone and all the audience members can hear what's happening, what the characters are saying, because a lot of what they say are clues to this great mystery. So if you too want to follow and try to figure out if you can find out who the murderer is by the end, make sure that you're being quiet so that your neighbor can hear, so that you can hear, and so the actors don't get distracted as well. If something kind of funny happens, it's okay to laugh, but then make sure that you get quiet again so they can continue telling us the story. So, without any further ado, here is The Hound of the Baskervilles.
The recent sudden death of Sir Charles Baskerville has cast a gloom across the county. Though Sir Charles had resided at Baskerville Hall for a period of a short period, he had won over the affection of all he had come in contact with, and many will have good reason for bewailing his untimely end.
The circumstances connected with the death of Sir Charles cannot be said to have been entirely cleared up by the inquest, but at least enough has been done to dispose of those rumors to which local superstition has given rise. There is no reason whatever to suspect foul play or to imagine that death could be from any but from natural causes. The facts of the case are simple. Sir Charles Baskerville was in the habit of every night before going to bed walking down the famous yew alley in Baskerville Hall. On the 4th of May, Sir Charles had declared his intention of starting out the next day for London. That night, he went out as usual for his nocturnal walk. He never returned.
Barrymore, Sir Charles' butler, finding the hall door still open, went in search of his master. The day had been wet, and his footmarks were easily traced down the alley, where at the end of it his body was found. No acts of violence were to be found upon his person.
One fact which has not been explained is the statement of Barrymore that his master's footprints altered their character from the time that he passed the moor gate, and that he appeared from thence onward to be walking upon his toes.
It is obviously of the utmost importance that Sir Charles' heir is found and settles at Baskerville Hall, and continues the good work which has so sadly been ended. Had the prosaic finding of the coroner not finally put an end to the romantic stories which have been whispered in connection with the event, it may have been harder to find a tenant for Baskerville Hall.
It is understood that the next of the kin is Mr. Henry Baskerville, if he still be alive, the son of Sir Charles Baskerville's younger brother. The young man when last heard of was in America, and inquiries are being instituted with a view to informing him of his good fortune.
I must thank you, Dr. Mortimer, for calling my attention to a case which certainly presents some features of interest. This article, you say, contains all the public facts?
It does.
Then let me have the private ones.
With you, there is no reason why we should not be perfectly frank, Miss Holmes. The moor is very sparsely inhabited, and those who do live near one another are very much thrown together. For this reason, we saw a good deal of Sir Charles Baskerville.
He had taken this legend so much so that, although he would walk in his own rounds, nothing would induce him to go out on the moor at night. Then came this terrible disaster.
Incredible as it may appear to you, Mr. Holmes, he was honestly convinced that a joke will fail from his family, and records which he could give of his ancestors were not very encouraging.
The thought of some ghastly presence constantly haunted him, and on more than one occasion he has asked us whether we had seen any strange creature or heard the name of Hound. The latter question he has put to us several times, and always with a voice which vibrated with excitement.
We arrived within an hour of the events. We checked and corroborated all of the facts at the inquest. We saw the alley where it seemed to go down. We saw the spot at the moor gate where it seemed to have waited. We noticed a change in the prints after that point. We noted that there were no other footprints save of Barrymore in the soft gravel. Finally, we checked the body, which had not been touched until my arrival.
Sir Charles lay on his face, his hands out, his fingers dug into the ground, and his features convulsed with some strong emotion to such an extent that I could hardly have sworn to his identity. There was certainly no physical injury of any kind.
But one fact was missed by Barrymore at the inquest. A mistake was made by Barrymore at the inquest. He said that there were no footprints on the body, but I did observe some. A little ways off, but fresh and clear.
Footprints.
Footprints.
A man or a woman?
Mr. Holmes, those are the footprints of a gigantic hound.
There are many sheepdogs on the moor.
No doubt, but this was no sheepdog.
You say it was large,
Enormous!
but it not yet approached the body?
No.
Oh, if only I had been there. Dr. Mortimer, Mr. Mortimer, then he would not be called me in. You indeed have much to answer for.
I already gave my reasons for not wishing to call you in. And to call you in, I would have had to disclose these facts to the world. Besides.
Why do you hesitate?
There is a realm in which the most acute and the most experienced of detectives is helpless.
You mean the thing is supernatural?
I did not positively say that.
No, you evidently think it. But now, Dr. Mortimer, tell me this. Hold me, please. Why have you come to consult me at all? You tell me in the same breath that it is useless to investigate Sir Charles' death, and that you desire me to do it.
I did not say I desired you to do it.
Then, how can I assist you?
By telling us what we should do with Sir Henry Baskerville.
He being the heir.
Yes, we checked after him and found that he'd been farming in Canada. The records which we could give of him proves that he's an excellent fellow in every way. I think down now as middleman, as trustee and executor of Sir Charles' will.
Why should I not go to the home of his fathers?
It seems natural, does it not? And yet, consider that every Baskerville who goes there meets with an evil fate.
Exactly. But surely, if your supernatural theory be correct, you could work the young man evil in London just as easily as in Devonshire. A devil with simply local powers like a Paris vestry is too inconceivable.
You suggest he would be just as safe as in Devonshire as in London? He comes in 5 minutes. What would you recommend?
I recommend, sir, that you take a cab and proceed to Waterloo to meet Sir Henry Baskerville.
And then,
And then you'll say nothing to him at all, but bring him back here immediately. Only one more question, Doctor. You say on the night of Sir Charles' death, several people know the operation upon the moor.
3 people did.
May I see it hereafter?
Not that I know of.
Thank you.
Then you are yourself inclined to supernatural explanation.
It is very bewildering.
Well, what do you think of it?
Certainly are some distinctive characteristics about it. That change in the footprints, for example. What do you make of that?
Dr. Mortimer had said that the man had walked on tiptoe down that portion of the alley.
He'll be some fool that said the inquest. Why should a man walk on tiptoe down the alley?
Then what?
He was running, Watson, running desperately, running for his life, running until he burst his heart out and fell dead upon his face.
Running? From what?
There lies our problem. There are indications that the man was crazed with fear before he ever began to run.
How can you say that?
I presume that the cause of his fears came to him from across the moor. If that were so, it seems only probable a man who had lost his wit from the house instead towards it.
This is Sir Henry Baskerville.
Why, yes, and the strange thing is, Mr. Holmes, my friend here proposed me coming out this morning. I should come on my own again. I understand that you think that was a puzzle, and I have one of my own that requires no thinking out, and I will do it.
Pray take a seat, Sir Henry. Do I understand you to say that you have had, yourself, some remarkable experience since arriving here in London?
Nothing of much importance, Mr. Holmes. Only a letter, like as not. It came in this morning.
As you value your life or your reason, keep away from the moor. The word moor is the only word printed in ink.
Someone cut this message out with scissors, but I want to know why the word more should have been written.
Because you could not find it in print. The other words were all simple and could be found in any issue, but more was less common. You have not observed anyone follow or watch you.
Why in thunder should anyone watch and follow me?
You have lost one of your boots?
I took the boat outside of the train when I left, and when I arrived, only one was there. I cannot get any sense of the chap who thinks them.
It seems a singularly useless thing to steal. I confess that I believe it will not be long until the missing boot is found.
I seem to have become into an inheritance for vengeance. Of course, I've heard of the Hound story since I was in the nursery. It's the pet story of the family. But I never thought of taking it too seriously before. And as my uncle's death, well, it all just seems to be boiling up in my head, and I can't quite get it clear yet.
Then there's the affair of his letter. I suppose that fits into its place.
It seems to show that someone is not ill-disposed towards you, since they warn you of danger.
Or it may be that they intend, for their own purposes, to scare me away.
Of course, that is possible. You did not know, Dr. Morgan, that you were followed this morning?
Followed? By whom?
That, unfortunately, is what I cannot say. Have you among your friends and acquaintances on deck any man with long, black hair?
Well, yes, Barrymore, Sir Charles's butler, is a man with long dark hair.
Ah, where is Barrymore?
He's in charge of the hall.
We had best ascertain if he is really there, or if by some chance he may be in London.
Dr. Mortimer, who is this Barrymore, you know?
He's the son of the old caretaker, who is dead.
They have looked after the hall for 4 generations now.
Did Barrymore profit at all from Sir Charles's will?
He and his wife had £500 each.
That is very interesting. And anyone else?
There were several insignificant sums to certain people, and donations to large charities, but the latter all went to Sir Henry. £740,000.
I had no idea, so that a gigantic sum was involved. It is a state from which a man may well play a desperate game. Or one more question, Dr. Morgan. If anything happened to our young friend here, we forgive the dreadful hypothesis, who would inherit the estate?
Since Roger Baskervilles, Sir Charles's younger brother, died unmarried, the estate would fall to the Desmonds. James Desmond is an elderly clergyman in Westmoreland.
Well, Sir Henry, I am of one mind with you as to the advisability of your going down to Devonshire without delay. There is only one provision which I must make. You certainly must not go alone.
Could you yourself come with me, Mr. Holmes?
It is impossible for me to be absent from London for an indefinite amount of time. At the current instant, one of the most revered names in England is being besmirched by a black man, and only I can stop a disastrous scandal. You see how impossible it is for me to come.
Who would you recommend it?
If my friend would undertake it, there is no man worth having by your side to be more entitled to it. No one can say so more confidently than I.
Well, that was very nice of you, Dr. Watson.
I will come with pleasure.
Well, goodbye. Keep in mind, Sir Henry, and avoid the moor in those hours of darkness and powers of evil are called.
Baskerville Hall!
It's no wonder my father was scared in this place like this. It's enough to scare any man.
home, Sir Henry?
It has been a weary journey, Master David.
Please, retire to your homes.
Goodbye. Never hesitate day or night to call if you can of any service to you.
Which dinner has been served up, sir?
Is it ready?
In a very few minutes, you'll find hot water.
Why were there soldiers at station on the road coming here?
He is convict upon the road, sir.
Dear me.
There is strong reason now to believe that he has gone right away, which is a considerable relief to the lonely householders of this district.
A fault that has passed since his flight, and the right to a comfortable single has been fired from. It is surely inconceivable that he should have held out from the whole all that time.
Therefore, we think that he is gone, and the outlying farmers seek the bettering.
You will, kind sir. Excuse my presumption, Dr. Watson. Here on the moor we are only code, and do not look for formal instructions. I am Staplesman, of Merrick House, and this is my sister. As our road lay the same way, I thought I might overtake you to introduce myself.
Sir Henry has none worse for his journey.
Very well, thank you.
We were all rather afraid that after the sad death of Sir Charles, the new baronet might refuse to live here. After all, it is asking much of a riverside to come and live here. But I need not tell you, it means a great deal to the countryside. You have, I suppose, no superstitious fears in the matter?
No, sir.
Of course you know the legend of the fiend dog which haunts the moor. The story took a great hold upon Sir Charles, and I have no doubt that it led him to his tragedy.
How?
His nerves were so worked up that the appearance of any dog might have a fatal effect upon his heart. And I really do think he saw something of the kind in view of the alley that night.
I feared that some disaster might occur, for I was very fond of the old man, and I knew that his heart was weak.
You think then that some dog pursued Sir Charles and that he died of fright in consequence?
Have you any better explanation?
I've not come to any conclusions. What was that?
Queer place, moor.
But what was it?
The peasants say it is the Hound of the Baskervilles, calling for its prey. I've heard it once or twice before, but never quite so loud.
My brother and I were very much shocked by the death of Sir Charles. We knew him very intimately, for his favorite walk was over the moor to our house, and he was deeply impressed with much how his family, and he often talked about it.
You should know that Barrymore walks about tonight, and if I were you, I would have a mind to speak to him about it. 2 or 3 times I have seen his candle in the window, coming and going.
Perhaps then he pays a visit to that particular window on every night?
Perhaps he does. If so, we should be able to shadow him and see what it is he is after. I wonder what your friend Holmes would say to something like this.
I believe he would do exactly as he now suggests. He would follow Barrymore and see what he did.
Then we will do it together. Tonight we will sit in my room and wait until he passes.
Well, you had best be off, but if you can be any of the luck to you, please call upon us.
What are you doing here, Barrymore?
Nothing, sir. It's the window. I go round at night to see that they are fastened.
On the 2nd floor.
Yes, sir, all the windows.
Come now, Barrymore. You must tell me the truth. We have made up our minds and we will get the truth out of you now and later. It will save you time to tell it now.
I'm doing no harm, sir. Holding a candle to the window.
Why are you holding a candle to the window?
Don't ask me, Sir Henry, don't ask me, for it is not my business and I cannot tell.
She must have been holding it as a signal.
There it is.
No, that's nothing at all.
Quick, move the light over across the window, Watson. See? It moves as well. Now you rascals unite as a signal. Come now. Who is it to stand out yonder? What plot are you plotting against me?
It is my business and I will not tell.
Then you leave my employment right away.
Very well, I must.
And you go in disgrace. For hundreds of years, our families have lived together under this household. And now I find you to plot against me.
No, sir, not against you.
Speak up then. What is it?
My unhappy brother is starving on cannot let him perish at our very gates. Light is a signal to him that the food is ready for him, and his light out yonder is the spot to which to bring it.
Then your brother is?
He escaped convict, sir. Selden. When he dragged himself, my name was Selden, and he is my younger brother. When he dragged himself here one night, weary and starving, with the warders hard at his heels, what could we do? We took him in and fed him and cared for him. Then you returned, sir, and my brother thought that he would be safe on the moor until the hue and cry was over. So he lay in hiding there. But every night we made sure if he was still there by putting a light in the window, and if there was an answer, my husband would bring out some bread and meat to him. Every night we hoped that he would be gone, but as long as he was still there,
Is this true, Barrymore?
yes, sir, everybody.
I cannot blame you for standing next to your own wife. Go to your room, C2, and we'll talk about this in the morning. I wonder if he dares.
It may be so placed that it's only visible from here.
That is true. How far off do you think it is?
Hardly a mile or two off.
Well, it cannot be too far. Barrymore has to take fruit to it every night. Come on, Thunder Watson, I am going out to get that man.
I will come too.
Well, Watson, I wonder what your friend Holmes would say to a situation like this. How about the hour of darkness in which the power of evil is exalted? Watson, that was the cry of the Hound of the Baskervilles.
A hound it was, but it came from miles and miles away. Over there, I think.
What was over there? I'm no child, Watson. You do not need to fear the truth of me. Tell me, Watson, do you think I'm in some deep, dark plot? You don't think so, Watson, do you? Do you?
Oh, no.
And it's one thing to laugh about it in London. It's another thing to stand out here in the darkness of the moor and hear a cry such as that. Oh, I am not a coward, Watson, but that cry seemed to freeze my very blood. Feel my hand!
You'll be all right tomorrow.
I cannot seem to get that cry out of my head. What do you advise me to do now?
Should we go back?
No, by thunder, we have come out to get our man, and we will do it. We will see it through, even as if all the fiends of the pit were loose upon the moor.
I was very much surprised when I heard you two had been chasing Selden. I didn't think you came to friend with him, sir. I too.
The man is in public danger. There are many houses scattered upon the moor. Take, for example, Mr. Stapleton. It was only himself to defend him. And there is no safety until that man is under lock and key.
The broken you don't help, sir. I give you my soul word upon that.
What do you think, Watson?
It would relieve the taxpayers of the burden if you were safely out of the country.
But what about him holding up someone before he goes?
It would do nothing so mad, sir. To commit a crime and to show where he was hiding and defeat the purpose of his supplying everything.
All right, Barrymore.
God bless you, sir. Thank you for my heart. It would have killed my poor wife to get you to take with him.
All right, Barrymore.
You've been so kind to us, sir, and I'd like to do the best I can for you. I know some things ahead of me. Perhaps I should have done something long ago, but it's before the inquest that I found out. And I haven't raised a word about it to any mortal man. But it's not death.
Do you know how he died?
No, sir, I don't know that.
What about it then?
I know why he was at the gate at that hour. It was to meet a woman.
To meet a woman.
He?
Yes.
And the woman's name?
I can't give you the name, but I can give you the initials. Her initials were L.
How do you know this, Barrymore?
Well, sir, your uncle had a letter that morning. It was from Coombe Tracy addressed to the woman's hand. And my wife was cleaning up the study just a few weeks ago, and in back of the grate she found out she didn't wrote a letter. It was in writing that could still be read, saying, please, please, as you are any gentleman, burn this letter at the gate by 10:12. I believe it were the initials signed L.
You have no idea. LL is.
I don't want to do but I see if you could get a handful of ladies to know more about the children's death.
Thank you, Barrymore. You may go. Well, Watson, what do you think of this new light?
Seems to leave the darkness rather blacker than before.
Well, we now know if we can find her, and that should clear up the whole business. We now know someone has the facts. We can only find her.
Hello, chaps.
Why, Dr. Warner, what brings you out to the moor so late at night?
I don't know, really. Perhaps it's the form in which my grief is taking. After losing a dear old friend, I feel like I can be closer to him than walking on his dreaded moor. I don't expect it to make sense, but rarely do I react to loss.
Do you mind if we interrupt the show with a few questions about my late uncle's death?
Of course not. Most are glad to.
Then, I suppose you do not know a few people who live here within driving distance?
Not that I know of.
Then can you tell us of any woman with the initials LL?
There's Laura Lyons. Her initials are LL. She lives in Combe Tracy.
Who is she?
She married an artist named Lyons, who came to sketch her on the moor. He proved to be a blackguard and deserted her.
How does she live?
Her story got out, and a few of us did something to make sure she could do an honest living. I gave a trifle, Stapleton, and Sir Charles. We set her up in a typewriting business.
How very chivalrous.
And as we do what we can to extend the hand of kindness in this small town of ours. Now, if you have no more questions, I will continue on my honorary approach.
Thank you for your care. Good night. I apologize, Walker, but I must go back to the hall and change my clothes. Mr. Stapleton has invited me to supper this evening.
I'll be happy to escort you. If you feel safe going back to the house, I think I will stay searching the moor until you are ready to go to Meryton.
Smash it. I will meet you here in 20 minutes.
I've just come from seeing to my sister, and I could not pass without giving my sincerest thanks for your merciful heart. I am ever so grateful for you giving me a chance, and for the clothes of Mr. Henry my sister brought me just now. It's been hard letting go, well, especially with the other men on board.
Did Henry greet you? Wait, other man?
Yes, sir, there is another man upon the moor. He's in hiding, too, but he's not a convict as far as I can make out. I don't like it, Dr. Wong. I tell you straight, sir, that I don't like it.
What is it that you don't like?
It's all these goings-on, sir. There's foul play somewhere, and there's black villainy burns, that I'll swear.
What about this stranger? Can you tell me anything about him? Where is he living? What is he doing?
He is a deep one, and gives nothing away. At first I thought that he was the police, but soon found out that he had some way of his own. What a gentleman he is, as far as I can see, but what he is doing, I cannot make out.
Where did you say you resided again?
Among the old houses on the hillside, the stone huts where the old folk used to live.
But how about his food?
He has got a lad who works for him and brings him all he needs. I dare say he was to King Tracy more than once.
There could be a connection then to he and Mrs. Lyons. Where did you say who resided again?
Do you see that black door over yonder? Well, do you see the low hillside beyond the thornbush farms? It's the stoniest part of the moor. But wait, am I here to deceive me? Or is there something moving upon that hillside?
Please excuse me. I must try and reach him before he passes over the hill.
It is a lovely evening, my dear Watson.
Holmes!
So what's this paper? Do you plan to investigate Hugh Tracy?
Yes,
See Miss Laura Lyons?
exactly.
Well done.
Well, I'm glad from my heart that you are here. I must admit that the mystery and the responsibility will become too much for my nerves. But how in the name of wonder did you come here? I thought you were in Baker Street working out that case of blackmail.
That is my wish, Jupiter.
Then you use me, but yet you do not trust me. I think I have served better at your hands, Holmes.
My dear fellow, you have been invaluable to me in this case, as in many others. And I beg that you will forgive me if I have seemed to play trick upon you. In truth, had I known at certain rate, would have warned our very formidable opponents to be on their guard. And now Miss Laura Lyons. It was easy for me to guess that it was her legal to deceive. She is one person whom Tracy who may be a servant to us in the matter.
She is a lady of poor fortune who has come into the late good grace of the community, including Sir Charles.
Do you see, you are perhaps some close intimacy that exists between this woman
I was aware of no intimacy.
There can be no doubt about the matter. They meet, they write. There's a complete understanding between them. And this is a very powerful weapon in our hands.
What is it? What is he after?
It is murder, a violent, cold-blooded, deliberate murder. I'm not asking for particulars. My next are closing upon him, just as his are upon Sir Henry. Going for your help, he is almost at my mercy. There's only one danger which can hurt us now, is that he should strike when we are ready to do so.
What is it? What does it mean?
Hush! Where is it?
Over yonder, I think.
Come, Watson, come. He has beaten us, Watson. We are too late.
No, surely not.
The fool that I wants to hold my hand. But by heavens, if the worst has happened, we'll avenge him.
Oh, the brute. Oh, the brute. Oh, Holmes, I shall never forgive myself for leaving him to his fate.
I am more to blame than you, Watson. In order to have my case well-rounded and complete, I have thrown away the life of my client.
Where is the hound that has done this deed? It may be lurking in these rocks at this very moment. And where is Stapleton? He shall answer for this deed.
He shall. I will see to that. But there's the devilish Cunningham. But by heavens, he shall be in my power before another day is passed. He's not a baronet. Why? It is my neighbor, the convict. And the clothes have been the poor devil's death. The hound must have been laid on with some article of Sir Henry's. The boot, in all probability, so ran this man down.
Why, Dr. Watson, that's not you, is it? You're the last man that I should suspect to see out here on the moor at this time. But dear me, what's this? Somebody's hurt? No, don't tell me. It's our friend, Sir Henry.
It is Selden, the man who escaped from Princetown.
Dear me, what a very shocking affair.
My friend and I were walking along the moor when we heard a cry.
I heard a cry also. That is what brought me out. I was uneasy about Sir Henry.
Why about Sir Henry in particular?
Because I suggested that he should come over. When he did not show, I naturally became alarmed for his health. When I heard cries upon the moor. By the way, did you anything else besides a cry?
No. Did you?
No.
What did you mean then?
Oh, you know the stories the peasants tell about a phantom hound and so on. I was wondering if there was any truth to the matter.
My friend and I heard nothing of the kind.
And what do you think is the cause of this fellow's death?
No doubt, anxiety and exposure have driven him off his head.
That seems the most reasonable theory. What do you think about it, Mr. Sherlock?
You are quick at identification.
We've been expecting you in these parts since Dr. Watson came down, and I hope that your visit will cast some light upon these things which have truly puzzled us.
One cannot always have success for which one hopes. An investigator needs facts, not legends or rumors.
We can bring this fellow to my house, but oh, what a scare it would cause my sister. I think if we cover his face, he shall be fine until morning.
Indeed.
Well, if that is all the excitement for tonight, I'd best be off to receive my guests, should they choose to come.
What a nerve the fellow has. How he pulled himself together in the face with what must have been a paralyzing shock when he found the wrong man had fallen a victim to his plot. I told you in London, Watson, and I tell you again, never have we had a foeman so worthy of our steel.
Why should we not arrest him at once?
My dear fellow, you were born to be a man of action. Your instinct is always to do the thing that is energetic. But supposing, for argument's sake, we had him arrested tonight, what the better off would we be for that? You prove nothing against him.
Surely, we have a case.
Not a shadow of one, only surmise and conjecture. We should be laughed out of court if we came in with such a story and such evidence.
There's Sir Charles' death.
Found dead without a mark upon him. You and I know that he died of sheer fright, and we also know what caused it. But how are we to get 12 scalded jurymen to know it? Where are the signs of a hound? Where are the marks of his fangs? Of course, we know that a hound does not bite a dead body, and that Sir Charles was dead before Harry's group overtook him. But we have to prove all this, and we are not in a position to do it.
What's this? I heard a scream and returned as quickly as I could.
This poor wretch was dressed in your clothes. I fear your servant who gave him it may get in trouble with the police.
That is very unlikely. I saw no tags on any of them, as far as I'm concerned.
Very well. You're engaged, as I understand, down with our friends at Stapleton's tonight?
I was hoping that you would come too. I had learned from Barrymore that Stapleton is next in line from the air.
I fear that Watson and I must go to London.
To London?
Yes, we are more valuable there than here at the present juncture.
When must you leave?
Immediately. But first I want you to go to Mary Pitt House and tell them you intend to walk home.
To walk across the moor.
Isn't that this thing that you told me not to do?
Yes, as you value your life, do not go in any way but the straight path which leads from Mary Pitt House to the Grimpen Road. It is your natural way home.
If you say so, I will do it.
Very well.
What in heaven's name are you brewing, Holmes?
Just taking the fruit and then come to a boil and letting it ferment. But it's not here. These rocks on the right make an admirable screen.
We are to wait here.
Yes, we shall make your little ambush here. Can you tell the position of the rooms? What is the latticed one on this side?
That is certainly the dining room. That's interesting. Mrs. Stapleton isn't there.
Where could she be then, since there is no light in any other room?
I cannot think where she is.
It is already 10 o'clock. Our success, and maybe even his life, and of his coming out before the fog moves back.
Should we move further back?
Yes. We are going too far. We cannot risk being overtaken before he can reach us. But hush, I think I hear him coming.
Bang!
What was it? What in heaven's name was it?
It's dead, whatever it is.
You've saved my life.
Having first endangered it. Are you strong enough to stand?
If you will help me up.
There's no time to lose. We have our cake. Now we only want our man.
There's someone in there. Open this door.
The brute. She has fainted from ill usage and exhaustion.
Is he safe? Has he escaped?
He cannot escape us, madam.
No, I did not mean my brother. Sir Henry, is he safe?
I am fine.
And the hound?
It is dead.
Oh, this villain. See how he's treated me?
Tell us then where we shall find him.
There's but one place he can have fled. There's an old tin mine on an island in the heart of the mire. It was there that he kept his hound, and there also that he made preparations so that he might have a rest. That is where he will sleep.
You are secure here. We will go in pursuit.
Go and bring him to justice.
Is our friend Sir Henry's missing boot?
Thrown there by Stapleton and his wife.
Exactly. He fled when he knew the game was up. We know that he made it this far safely.
But hark! His tracks go no further.
If the earth tells the true story, then Stapleton never reached that island of refuge towards which he wandered through the fog tonight. Somewhere deep in the dark Grimpen mine, this cruel-hearted man is forever buried. This place holds no fathoms which we have not known. He could hide his hound, but he could not hide his voice. On a supreme night, he could hide it in the outhouse, but we have stopped him. I said it in London, Watson, and I say it again. Never have we faced a villain as the one who lies down